One. Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. The pass to Harris. Outside, Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Harris. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Up again. Porzingis on the foul.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And here is Simmons. Doris, it should be an interesting matchup in the low post. How do you see the battle of the bigs playing out in this one tonight?
Boy, what a classic low post strength-on-strength contest we are in for tonight. Now, that's more the exception than the norm these days. I'll tell you what, you give me some skilled big men on the box doing work, I'm all about that.
And Kleba slams it in.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Goes up the baseline. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Doncic against Simmons. Now, here's Doncic, guarded closely. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Wow, that's the mobility of Porzingis, gliding in for the finish.
76ers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Green kicks to Simmons. Outside Curry. Back to Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Curry wide open. They get it back, but he recovers it. Here's Embiid. Nice open look, but it's no good. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. This is it to Doncic. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk. But with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks. He can be special.
Curry passes to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Doncic outside. Outside Hardaway. Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got 8 points.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
1:12 left to play in the first quarter. To the inside. Embiid inside. Goodbye, Porzingis. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Green. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And George Hill's subbed in for Simmons. Here's Brunson. And Hill over to help. Pass to Powell. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Hill finds Thibault. Now Howell. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Korkmaz checked in for Harris. Mavericks leading by 6. 23 seconds left to play in the first. Richardson outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The drive by Hill. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
But George Hill does it all for this team, including gutting the defense with his quickness. Just a sensational drive.
That's a 2 from Powell. And that one released in time, but no good. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Dallas. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, Marjanovic is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Doncic. And it's Redick in at the small forward position. Here's Korkmaz, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
It's Richardson on the wing. Back to Doncic. That one's not going to go. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. For the three. A shot by Milton, no good. The Mavericks leading. Now, here's Doncic. No points in the game yet for him. And that one's good, Marjanovic.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now, here's Milton. Richardson cover. Milton kicks to Thibault. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The 76ers shooting their first free throw this game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throw.
And the technical free throw is good. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
Three young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Green comes in for Korkmaz, and it's Seth Curry in for Shake Milton. Marjanovic against Embiid. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And the man just brings his lunch pail and goes to work. What sets Embiid apart is he does it with such ease.
Powell, no one around him. Offensive rebound. And that one's good, Marjanovic.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Here's Simmons, and the pass to Maxey. At the top of the key, Curry. The feed to Simmons. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And really, Simmons is nearly impossible to contain when he's sprinting to the hoop. An athletic behemoth who causes defenders fits.
And they double up Doncic. Marjanovic passes to Doncic. Got a piece of it. Green with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Powell with the steal. From the high post. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Guys, you want to be able to score from all three levels, and Hardaway Jr. is capable. That instance, mid-range is on point.
Now, here's Maxey. Not a lot of room. Green dishes to Embiid. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's Doncic. Out to Hardaway for three. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 5th assist in this one.
How about the timing from Hardaway Jr. looking very comfortable taking shots after catching the pass.
Curry looking it over. At the elbow, it's Simmons. 1 second left. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 8 points, and the Mavericks over the past couple of and
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Green in its small forward. Out to Porzingis, just 5 on the clock. Over Harris. Porzingis can't hit. The 76ers trail by 11. And now Philadelphia on the break. Green the pass to Harris. Simmons on the wing. Here's Embiid. Outside Curry. Another shot. Feeds to Embiid. Outside for Simmons. They shoot again. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Embiid. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Danny Green. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry. And George Hill's subbed in for Simmons. Out to the right wing. Back to Porzingis. Pass to Burke. Now Brunson. Here's Finney-Smith. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Howard Burke grabs the miss.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Doncic is checked in for Jalen Brunson.
Well, Luka Doncic has an innate sense for when his teammates are open, and boy, does he deliver it.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Outside, Simmons. Passes it to Embiid, and there's the defensive 3-second call. For Philadelphia, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Well, similar to his brother Steph, Seth is a knockdown shooter. This guy's a crafty combo guard with a number of tricks up his sleeve.
Dishes to Simmons. Outside for Curry. There's the triple. The 76ers with another miss. Dallas leading by 14. Fires from deep. Burke can't get it to go. For Philadelphia, they've gone 0-5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
Out left to the wing. Outside, Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. From 15 feet away, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
Doncic against Simmons. Doncic with it. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 7th assist in the game. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Down low. They kick it out to Green. Back to Embiid. Lets it go from the wing. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Burke. The 17-footer goes down. Burke's got his first points of the game.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Simmons.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
Cauley-Stein, an easy 2 points on the layup. Cauley-Stein's got 6.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Mavericks lead by 14. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship? right here. I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Jalen Brunson. Dwight Powell is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Richardson, and it's Marjanovic in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Harris. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
It really, over the years, Harris has worked so hard on that jumper, now reaping the rewards of all his labor.
Pass to Marjanovic. Richardson outside. In the corner, Powell with it. Kicks it out to Richardson. Misses the three. The 76ers trail by 12. Milton in the corner. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Hill. Offside Hardaway. Over Milton. Hardaway, no good. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Harris. It's rebounded by Dallas.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Three-pointer. Marjanovic passes to Richardson. Hardaway kicks to Brunson. Powell for three. Dallas no good that time either.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
From the corner. And it's Hardaway again missing.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And that one's good. Thibault.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Now Brunson. Richardson outside. There's the pass to Marjanovic. Powell, the pass to Marjanovic. Count that one.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
The 76ers trail by 12. Milton kicks to Thibault. Pass to Harris. He feeds it to Howard. And Howard slams it home.
It doesn't get any higher percentage than that. Dwight Howard, no doubt, on the dunk.
And here's Brunson. And the Mavericks call time here. They're ahead by 10. We've got 1:55 left to play in the final quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Thank you, David. And Simmons kicks to Curry. Simmons dishes to Curry. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Mavericks leading by 16.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Dallas.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Porzingis.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on. And I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Doncic missing. And it's Harris with the ball for Philadelphia. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
With the combination of strength and size, Simmons throws it down with ease.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Fires the three. And the three ball is good.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Now here's Simmons. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it. And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional, catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Pass to Green. The pass to Embiid. 5 to shoot. Back to Green. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Green.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Morris. And the rejection by Embiid. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Outside for Simmons. Embiid trying to break loose. Then Simmons gets the bucket.
Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable, even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Batum. Outside Jackson. The 3. And Embiid pulls it down.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Out to Harris. Pass to Embiid. That one misses. Great D that time from Batum. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Outside Jackson. Back to George. Batum passes to George. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Embiid. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Danny Green. And George Hill's subbed in for Curry.
Well, I love watching Simmons run the floor. So effortless and efficient in his movement.
Morris against Harris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the...
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Korkmaz checked in for Harris. And it's Shake Milton in for Ben Simmons. Now here is Hill. Here's Milton. Drills the three-pointer.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
Hill against Rondo. It's tipped. Here's Kennard. Here's Zubats. Out to Morris. Got a hand on it. Hill deciding where to go with it. The feed to Howard. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Now, here's Milton. Inside, Thibault, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Clippers trail by 8. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Howard against Zubac. Pass to Kennard. That one wide left.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Thibault kicks to Milton. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin here for the 76ers guys.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the 76ers, George Hill out there with Maxey. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3, the small forward. Now the pass to Thybulle. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Embiid is at the elbow. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Back to Embiid. Clock at 6. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Now here's Rondo. Tight defense on him. Kennard, the pass to Leonard. And that one is good.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. Outside, Green. Simmons against Jackson. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. That shot misses. The Clippers go the other way with it. Now the Clippers moving it up. And he hits it and gets it. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Embiid. Lets it go with the three. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Embiid's got 7 points.
And, you know, when Embiid is knocking it down with consistency from there, watch out. He's got great touch.
Outside, George. On the wing, Batum. Back to George. Passes it to Leonard. 1:21 left now here in the second. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Howard's checked in for the 76ers. Outside Curry. Back to Simmons. He kicks it to Harris. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Howard. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the 76ers lead by 8.
Such a great rebounder. Athleticism and length. Dwight Howard knows how to use those gifts that he possesses.
Baseline try. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Howard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Green dishes to Howard. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
So hard to corral Howard. I mean, even when you try to rough him up and get physical with him, he still just is able to play through it.
Pass to Batum. Back to Jackson. Looking to end the run. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Simmons against Jackson. Outside for Simmons. Back to Harris. Simmons finds Harris. Moves back up. And Simmons with the layup. Simmons got 8.
Boy, you cannot neglect putting a body on Simmons. I mean, with his height and athleticism, this dude is a problem on the glass.
And so that brings the first half to a close.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They lead by 10. And that
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You look at Ben Simmons in this game. He's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Batum is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2 guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
Simmons against Jackson. Curry on the wing. Back to Simmons. The dish now to Curry. Off target with his 3. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing here by 8. To the middle. Here's Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Jackson against Simmons. Outside, Green. Back to Simmons. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Sensing the contact coming and adjusting his shot accordingly. Nice recognition and adjustment by Simmons.
Leonard finds Morris. And the layup is good. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you inside, outside, and in transition.
Over to the left wing. Leonard with the steal. Outside Jackson. Morris looking over the floor. 6 to shoot. Outside Leonard. Over Howard. And it's Leonard missing.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Outside Curry. Off target from outside. Clippers trail by 6. On the wing, George. Guarded by Curry. Leonard against Harris. Leonard the pass to Jackson. Over Green. Jackson misses.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And it's sent back by George.
Well, I tell you what, Paul George is so tough on defense. Love the way he gets after people. He's excellent at staying in the play as well as staying in his stance so he can come up with rejections and deflection.
Timeout called the 76ers.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. The pass to Embiid. Now Milton. He's got 6. Deep 2 from Hill. The 76ers with another miss. Clippers trail by 4. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Dismissed. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Shot clock at 6. Zubac kicks to Rondo. Over Hill. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show.
He hits both from the stripe. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Milton the pass to Maxey. Embiid inside, working on Zubac. Can they get it? That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 9 points.
Well, you got to respect not only the strength and size and agility of Embiid, but how about his balance, too? Able to finish through contact. That's impressive.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Zubac kicks to Kanon. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The 76ers leading by 4. And here is Milton. 6 points for him. And the dunk by Embiid.
It's dangerous now letting Embiid get this deep. You're asking to get posterized with the throwdown.
Left side, George. That will count. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. And we'll be right back after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the young stars, Simmons and Embiid at the 4 and 5. Hill is out there with Shake Milton. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Morris dishes to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Hey, and George really is one of the better dunkers in the league. Actually, one of the best. He's creative. He's got great bounce, excellent length, and pretty creative every time he gets a chance to throw it down.
Embiid finds Hill. 76ers moving the ball around. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the 76ers.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
So for the Clippers, Leonard comes in for Morris, and it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Green's checked in. Jackson against Simmons. Here's Batum. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Pass to man. To the inside. And it's Leonard missing.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Milton. The putback. It's good on the putback. And now a 12-point 76ers lead.
Boy, that long reach of Embiid's paying dividends there, guys. An absolute machine on the offensive glass.
Man passes to Leonard. Over Harris. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The 76ers leading by 12. Here's Embiid. That is off the mark. He's shooting 60% on 6 of 10 shots. Here's Leonard. Great D that time from Green.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
But they'll get another chance. And Simmons slams it in.
And, you know, this is why Simmons is an all-star caliber player, guys, because he has the ability to dominate games.
Los Angeles calls timeout. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button, and figure out how to slow his roll.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight. An outstanding performance. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He told his guys, that team is not going to give it to us. We have to take it. That means staying aggressive and playing with no fear. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Offensive rebound. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 4 points in the quarter.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Morris passes to Leonard. Over Green. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Leonard.
And an excellent pass by Morris. A guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
Morris against Harris. Back to Curry. Harris outside. Curry finds Harris. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Clippers running out of time. Outside Jackson. Batum against Embiid. Right side, Batum. It's stolen by Harris. Now the 76ers on the break. Curry leading the charge. Launches it. And the 76ers get it back. Harris kicks to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The three from George. Rebound by Joel Embiid. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. Knocks it loose. Shot from the inbound. The shot misses. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them.
love wrestling like that deeply.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. And for Los Angeles, they've got Morris. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Richardson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And both free throws good for Paul George.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Doncic against Jackson. Shoots. Kleba with the bucket.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Down low. And there's the pass to Batum. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Outside Leonard. Back to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leonard inside. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
What an advantage it is to have someone like Leonard. Everyone knows the shot clock is running down, but they also know that he'll get up a good shot either way.
Now, here's Doncic. Porzingis high post. It's blocked. Porzingis with the steal. Dallas moving it around. It's good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And the Clippers have possession. The Mavericks making the shot. The 3 from George. Leonard, they get a hand on it. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Richardson kicks to Kleba. Porzingis high post. Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Left side Leonard. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Morris. It's George on the wing. Kleba defending. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Right side Leonard. There's the dish to Batum. And the shot goes in.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
Now, here's Kleba. Porzingis with the ball. Paul George with the steal. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Nelly is checked in for Maxi Kleba. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's Brunson. Pass to Richardson. Here's Porzingis. And then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
More and more as Porzingis is playing these minutes and has these scoring opportunities, he's dealing with the contact much better.
So for the Clippers, Luke Kennard comes in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Dallas also making some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Melly. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now here's Rondo. Redick with the double team. Passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Now you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find him.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. The pass to Zubac. Kennard against Redick. And that one goes long.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And that one's good. Marjanovic.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Now, here's Kennard. Powell with the steal. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Marjanovic down low, working on Zubac. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Well, this is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
Marjanovic against Zubac. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Hardaway with the steal.
And how about the stingy defense there to deny that pass?
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to try to feed that, get out quick.
We've got Luke Kennard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. That's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the three. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And Doncic, here we go. Fires for three. The shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Kennard against Hardaway. Outside Rondo. Here's man. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Mavericks leading. Here's Cauley Stein, and that one good.
Well, a 7-footer that has a bit of moxie. Willie Cauley Stein loves to play rough down low.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Kennard. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Mavericks leading by 3. To the paint. Powell, that's good. Powell's got his first bucket in this one. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac, and it's Leonard in for Morris. Outside for Redick. Rebound by the Clippers. Here's Mann. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Leonard. The shot, no good. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
What confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Paul George is checked in for Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo. Now, here is George. 6 on the shot clock. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. And the Clippers miss again. Dallas leading by 7. And the wide open shot from Redick. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Jackson dishes to George. Inside, Batum. The shot's good on the assist by George. Batum's got his second bucket.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Now here's Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Back to Cauley Stein. The Clippers grab the miss. 1:11 left in the first half of the game. George passes to Leonard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Being aggressive in the painted area, you love the attacking element that Kawhi Leonard brings to the game.
Brunson against Jackson. And here's Brunson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Cauley Stein with it. He's covered by Leonard. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Cauley Stein aggressive inside, putting the defense on their heels and in a tough spot, staying engaged.
Jackson against Brunson. Leonard kicks to Kennard. Great look, but off the mark.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Stolen by George. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, all of that starting right there with the steal by Paul George, illustrating his ability to anticipate that time. And a great play on the ball.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Maybe the length coming into play this time for Cauley Stein is he's up and over the top of everyone.
And a deep three from George. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust. And that should do it with the...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, Billy Cauley Stein displaying his skills tonight.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
On the court for the Mavericks. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
To the inside. Here's Marjanovic. Batum grabs the miss. Knocked loose. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Jackson against Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Doncic. On the wing, Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Marjanovic, defended by Batum. Banked in off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
Jackson against Doncic. Outside, Batum. Back to George. 6 to shoot. Misses in close.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Now it's a 5-point Maverick lead.
Any coach likes it when a guard gets in there and stays active on the glass. Hardaway Jr. did it that time.
Jackson passes to Morris. Dishes to Leonard. Morris against Porzingis. Yep, that one goes. Morris has got his first basket.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Jackson against Doncic. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Leonard on the wing. Buried from 15 feet out. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter.
That's a quick move, and that's a soft touch. That's mid-range opportunities for Kawhi Leonard to cash in on.
There's the lob to the hoop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. The pass to Morris. Greggy, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Clippers trail by 3. For the tie. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Morris has got 7 points here in this quarter.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Cauley Stein over Morris. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
And not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Zubac kicks to George. A miss that time. Would have put him up. It's Richardson on the wing. He can't hit that time. Here's Morris. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Mavericks lead by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Rajon Rondo. Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. The 3 for Doncic. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Kennard up top, covered by Redick. Batum against Cauley-Stein. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Out to the wing. Cauley-Stein dishes to Doncic. Back to Cauley-Stein. Second chance shot, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
You forget about the size of Willie Cauley-Stein because of the way he moves out on the floor. Great job of drawing a foul in the paint that time.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. Then for the Mavericks, Zinkis, he's checked in for Powell. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Marjanovic checked in for Cauley-Stein. Batum, the rebound by Marjanovic. The Mavericks leading. Fast break, Dallas. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Doncic. That one falls.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Outside, Batum. Pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
Doncic against Jackson. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Count the basket.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Morris finds Jackson. Back to Morris. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Here we go, all alone.
Whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Doncic against Jackson. He dishes it to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Shoots over Doncic. Misses off the left iron. It's stolen by Morris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Important points from Morris. When he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
Doncic feeling it out from the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Batum's got 5 rebounds tonight, and Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Richardson comes in for Hardaway. Trey Burke's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Feeds it to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 6-point game. It's George on the wing. Burke covering. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 4 points this quarter.
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch.
Brunson against Jackson. Outside, Porzingis. Richardson finds Powell. 5 on the clock. To the wing on the left. Here's Brunson. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Richardson right side. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And it's George missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Dallas again missing. Leonard looking over the floor. George with no one around. It drops.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
No good. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional. From above the incredible City Hall building here in our broadcast location tonight, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Seth Curry. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. Outside, Simmons. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic, and he gets the bucket. Doncic has got the game going with his first points of the game for Dallas. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Doncic looking it over. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Clock at 6. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
And here is Simmons. Right wing. Embiid against Porzingis. Embiid dishes to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, he continues to improve as a passer. The sky's the limit for Embiid and his all-around game.
Simmons against Doncic. In the corner, it's Kleber. Pulls up, high post. The offensive rebound. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Hardaway against Curry. Back to Simmons. Doncic with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Outside, Green. 1:49 left in the first. Here's Embiid, and he banks in the layup.
What a baller this guy is. The big fella, Embiid. I mean, he welcomes getting physical and overwhelms the defense with his size and muscle.
Now, here's Doncic. Out to the right wing. Porzingis high post. To the left side wing. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
And Simmons is right there. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 2. A pass to Porzingis. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Hill's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Richardson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And the shot is good. Embiid's got 6.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
36 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lets it fly from 18. Here's Marjanovic. Off with the layup. The 76ers leading by 4. Pass to Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
How can you not go Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
Doncic against Hill. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Doncic right side.
And defense, a big part of what Hill brings to the table. He doesn't take possessions off.
And so it's Philadelphia with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. And if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Powell is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Redick in a two-guard.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Doncic against Hill. Now the pass to Milton. And stolen by Redick. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Doncic leading the charge. That's tipped. They retain possession. Marjanovic finds Doncic. Beyond the arc. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Passes it to Powell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Pass to Powell. Out to Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Maxey. Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Green is checked in for Korkmaz. And then for Dallas. Melly is checked in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Now, here's Thibault. D right on him. Shot clock at 5. A nice shot by Howard.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Brunson the pass to Richardson. They grab their own miss. Hardaway kicks to Brunson. No good on the triple. The 76ers leading by 5. And it's Green missing.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that anyway.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Harris comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Ben Simmons in for Shake Milton. Here's Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
The physicality of Simmons on display. Showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
Mavericks trail by 5. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Simmons against Brunson. Richardson dishes to Cauley-Stein. And the pass to Kleba. Over Harris. No good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Green against Hardaway. Green, the pass to Embiid.
Is there a more entertaining player in this league than Joel Embiid? I mean, on the court, he's a 7+ footer who can do it all. Off the court, no one better on social media.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Curry comes in for Maxey, and George Hill's subbed in for Danny Green. Then for the Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Passes it to Redick. Back to Brunson. Kleba kicks to Brunson. Over Hill. Almost, but it rolls out. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Here's Simmons. It's rebounded by Dallas.
It's very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And Kleba slams it in.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
76ers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
I mean, you got to love the skill set Simmons possesses. A nightly triple-double threat. He stuffs the stat sheet.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Doncic outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
It's his first trip to the line.
Yeah, 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
Here's Embiid, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
That's the way you want to end the quarter, with the momentum on your side.
And so it's the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Jones. Kenny the Jet. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds. And that's a wrap.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Green in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Philadelphia leading by 7. Here's Simmons. Nice D from Doncic. And Porzingis, there you go. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Down low. Here's Embiid. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Porzingis.
And really, how do you guard Embiid when he's this close? You almost have to foul.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Embiid.
At 7-3, Porzingis is almost impossible to guard, especially when he's focusing on trying to score.
The 76ers leading by 5. And about a minute of action so far in the 3rd quarter. Doncic against Simmons. You know, he ripped it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow.
And when you foul Simmons, you really got to foul him. You don't want to just mess around. He powers through.
Howard's checked in for Philadelphia. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Tobias Harris. Doncic against Green. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist from Redick.
That's just a product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the 76ers making a change here. Milton's checked in. Richardson, he's checked in for Dallas. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
A different look for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Curry passes to Thybulle. Back to Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Howard. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Howard's got the lead up to 7 now for Philadelphia.
Outstanding presence of mind. Howard is as dependable as it gets near the rim.
Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Finney-Smith passes to Marjanovic. Over Howard. A second chance effort. And Marjanovic with the layup.
I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive glass.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now here's Milton. Brunson covering. Outside Green. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Kept alive. Pass to Milton. Latrey. Howard dishes to Green. Now here's Milton. He's tightly guarded. Howard can't hit. Mavericks trailed by 5. And he commits the intentional foul. Some changes for Philadelphia. Tobias Harris is checked in for Green. Maxey comes in for Seth Curry. And George Hill's subbed in for Shake Milton. Melly is checked in for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. And the 76ers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. That free throw good from Doncic.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Melly. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleber. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The kick out to Hill. Lets it go from deep. Nice D from Doncic. Mavericks trailed by 3. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard controlling the defense.
Maxey passes to Howard. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. Embiid inside, working on Cauley-Stein. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
Capable of being a defensive anchor. Keith Cauley-Stein is positioning himself to swat shots.
And that one's good. Burke.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Trying to end the drought, and Simmons slams it in.
Plain to his strengths on the offensive end. Simmons, I mean, an added bonus whenever he catches fire.
Mavericks trail by 3. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. There's the pass to Porzingis. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Now, this is where Simmons does the most damage. I mean, he's an electrifying, dynamic transition player who torches defense.
Passes it to Burke. Fires the 3. They get it again to the middle. Cauley-Stein kicks to Doncic. Misses the shot.
Wonderful instincts on the defensive end. I like how Simmons stays after his man. He's not letting him get comfortable.
And we've reached. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the floor for Dallas, starting the fourth quarter here. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Burke. And it's Marjanovic in at the center position. It's stolen by Hill. Now the 76ers on the break. Simmons is... Oh, the power on that Gruden!
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
In perfect timing. With the small lead, they're doing all they can to protect it.
Doncic outside. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
His bad night from the field is only going to get worse if he keeps throwing up shots like that.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic. Green, he's checked in for George Hill. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Simmons against Cauley-Stein. Simmons dishes to Harris. They kick it out to Green. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Embiid. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. 9-point game. Cauley-Stein tips it back in.
You see the length helping Cauley-Stein right there? I mean, that's what allows him to be a factor on the board.
76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Simmons against Cauley-Stein. Pass to Curry. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And they double up Embiid. Not going to go that time. Cauley-Stein with the defensive effort. And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. And an intentional foul right there. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for the 76ers. Simmons against Brunson. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Now the dish to Powell. 6 on the shot clock. Brunson with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And it's sent back by Howard. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The 76ers leading by 7. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. To the paint. Here's Green. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
Oh, improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
Brunson against Simmons. Brunson with it. Pass to Porzingis. And the shot goes in.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
Yeah, more than half of their scoring has been through him. It hadn't been selfish either. That's the way they mapped this thing out, and they knew what a tough matchup he'd be for their D, so they just decided to ride it.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He likes where things are headed, but he cautioned them to play smart the rest of the way. He said carelessness with the ball, with assignments, with rotations, any of that can undo what we've worked to accomplish so far. Kevin, they are so close.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Simmons against Doncic. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Looking to get it going, and it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Outside, Green. Embiid inside, guarded by Powell. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Cauley Stein comes in for Porzingis. Trey Burks checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Scott the pass to Howard. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hill kicks to Korkmaz. It's back to Hill. To the left wing. Howard with a clean look. The rebound by Marjanovic. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And so here is Philadelphia. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity.
the starters for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there. Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And there's Jackson. And it's Batum in at the 5. And for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the small forward. Now here's Leonard. Jackson passes to Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And Doris, tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
They can't shake Simmons. He is very used to getting hit. Even with contact, he can finish strong.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Batum. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Morris. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And it's Harris with the ball for the 76ers. Green kicks to Simmons. Down low. They kick it out to Green. Dishes it to Simmons. Second shot opportunity. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer. So you just can't hack away at it.
And Embiid drops them both.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Outside, George. On the wing, Morris. Back to George. Makes it off the glass.
That's not an easy play. Paul George is an extraordinary player. Keeps his eye on the bucket at all times.
Outside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Jackson against Simmons. Morris, left side. Leonard on the wing. Doesn't go for it. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And now the 76ers on the break. Simmons' shot is good. Simmons got 6. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside, George. Passes it to Morris. Shot clock at 6. Here's Batum. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
And the 76ers making a change here. Hill's checked in. Now here's Curry. Outside, Green. Embiid inside. Defended by Batum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And who draws more fouls than Embiid? Very few players, if any. Too much size and really too much skill to defend.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Howard's checked in for Tobias Harris. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Danny Green. And it's Shake Milton in for Seth Curry.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Here's Mann. Zubac's in the post. Working on Howard. Outside Rondo. Takes a 3. Rebound by the 76ers.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Howard, that's good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Rondo, bounce pass. Morris passes to Kennard. Back to Morris. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. And Philadelphia making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Hilton the pass to Howard. 1:07 left here in the opening quarter. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 6-point game. And the dunk by Zubac.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Here's Hill after the basket by Los Angeles. Rondo on the double team. Thibault kicks to Howard. Shoots from 14. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Back to Rondo. To the right side. The pass to Morris. Finds net with the inside leaner.
That's a terrific set that they just ran.
Here's Korkmaz, covered by Morris. Howard kicks to Milton. Zubac against Howard. Off target at the rim. The three from Morris. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Maxey. Simmons is out there with Howard. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz in at the 2. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Timeout.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Tobias Harris is checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And Curry subbed in for Korkmaz. And the 76ers decide to take their first timeout here. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And love watching Simmons run the floor, just eating up so much space in so little time.
To the middle. Simmons pulls it in.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And the basket is good. Simmons got 10 points in the game.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Pass to Kennard. Leonard against Simmons. Leonard, the pass to Kennard. Back to Leonard. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here's the break. Over to the left wing. Maxey passes to Simmons. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on George.
And sometimes you have no chance at stopping Simmons from the interior. Just a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
Embiid, he's checked in for Maxey. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Green kicks to Curry. Here's Simmons. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Simmons got the lead up to 7 now for the 76ers.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
A shot by Batum, no good. Curry on the wing. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. Embiid. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And now it's a 9-point Philadelphia lead.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Kennard finds Batum. Outside Jackson. Will it go? Batum passes to Leonard. Drops in the layup for 2. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Simmons inside. He's covered by Leonard. Simmons looking around. Here's Embiid. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Here's Simmons. Following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Simmons against Leonard. A 15-footer. Here's Harris outside for Curry. Embiid inside. Jackson on him. Outside Curry. Pass to Embiid. Goes up again. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Batum leading the charge. They blow the whistle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Passes it to Morris. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials and some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 13 points, and that'll do it for our half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. And there's Jackson. Then there's Batum. And it's George in at the shooting guard. Back to Jackson. And the pass to Leonard. Outside, George shoots over Curry. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 5th rebound in this one. The drive by Green. Pass to Embiid. and Embiid throws it down.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
On the wing, Morris. Outside, George. Great D that time from Green. The 76ers leading by 5. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
A hard worker who really ferociously strives to improve. Simmons tonight has been unstoppable at the offensive end.
Jackson finds Morris. Inside, here's George, and Embiid with the block.
Length plus agility, great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Hill, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Maxey comes in for Green. Maxey passes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Timeout called the 76ers. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum. So it's Philadelphia now. Here is Hill. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Embiid. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Jackson against Hill. Fires, high post, and good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
He uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie.
Morris against Howard. To the inside. Maxey passes to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength. Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
Jackson against Hill. Pass to Leonard. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Batum. The shot that time, not on target. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
And they continue to control the glass.
To the middle. Howard up on top. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. And the dunk by Embiid.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Outside Leonard. Morris against Howard. Morris dishes to Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. No good with the wing jumper.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Maxey passes to Howard. Down low. Here's Harris. Nifty move. The Clippers grab the miss. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Feeds it to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Mr. Morris leaves no doubt.
And so he'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Maxey passes to Embiid. He feeds it to Hill. His first attempt of the game finds the target. Hill's got his first points in this one.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Clippers trail by 11. They've got Howard. Ben Simmons is out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Rondo finds Zubac. It doesn't go for him.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. Curry on the wing. Defended by George. Launches a 3. The 3. Simmons against Rondo. 4 on the clock, and it's Simmons penetrating. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
And there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul. And here's Rondo on the wing. George takes the 3. Rebounded by Howard.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Curry looking it over. Back to Howard. The pass to Thybulle. Curry wide open. And the 3 off target.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed. I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. There's the dish to Simmons. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. They get the rebound. And it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
If you had a question as to how Dwight Howard is up there amongst the all-time leaders in offensive rebounds, that's an example why.
Morris passes to Batum. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
And the 76ers with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Embiid inside, defended by Batum. Embiid, no good. Clippers trail by 13. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Philadelphia has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Curry outside. The 76ers with another miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. And the Clippers miss again. The 76ers leading by 13. Harris passes to Embiid. It's Curry outside. Drains the three-pointer. Curry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Boy, had this shot on automatic. The confidence so crucial to what Seth Curry brings to the table. I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Curry outside. Morris with the rebound.
you've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
There's the feed to Batum. Embiid with the steal. Outside Curry. Green dishes to Curry. 76ers moving the ball around. Three-pointer by Embiid. 18 that time from Batum. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Philadelphia.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And you know, looking back in all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Joel Embiid.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. To the left side wing. Pass to Tolliver. And stolen by Cousins. Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, remarkable strength with Ibaka, right? Fends off whatever the defense throws his way, converts through contact. That's nice.
Free throw good. Serge Ibaka. And it's the 76ers with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. Scott kicks to Korkmaz. Back to Milton. Pass to Korkmaz. And here is Milton, defended by Beverly from outside the arc. Hill, no good. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A confident win, and one where they clearly...
Let's show up to my next game.
Yes.
Hey, I'm Ben Bishop, a senior producer on the NBA 2K dev team.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, look. Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this. Here are the five for the Clippers. They've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the 5. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. It's a three-point game. George passes to Morris. Back to George. Kleba against Morris. That one goes. Count it.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
And here is Doncic. Now the pass to Porzingis. Poked away. Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. A 3 ball. They get it back. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Pass to Porzingis. Tries again. Great D that time from Batum.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Doncic against Jackson. Now, here's Doncic. Defense right on him.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Last year, 90%, and he was right there among the best in the league with that percentage.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Redick comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Now, here's Doncic. Inside. Shot clock at 6. Marjanovic finds Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Leonard dishes to Batum. Outside, George. That 3 off the mark. Mavericks trailed by 3. Passes to Marjanovic. Doncic outside. Back to Marjanovic. Lays it up off the glass.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
.144 left to play here in the first. George, that's a 2-pointer. George missing again.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Porzingis. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Leonard with no one around. Hits the 3-point bomb. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
What I like about Kawhi's shot, no matter the distance, always seems to be on balance.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Batum against Porzingis. That one doesn't drop. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Left side, Leonard. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 4.
They're able to finish on the drive. Give Redick a lane, and he's more than happy to take it.
Here's Jackson after J.J. Redick's bucket. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Batum, good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The Mavericks have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. To the middle. Marjanovic kicks to Porzingis. Back to Marjanovic. He gets that one.
Can't be that easy for him. Got to body him up down low.
And you have other methods as well. You could deny or you could just front the post.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Luke Kennard out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's man in at the small forward position. Hardaway passes to Powell. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Powell's got his first basket of the night. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts of maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see them trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Any sharp guys in the NBA. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Leonard with the steal. To the inside. Oh, Leonard in position. Stolen by Brunson. A solo fast break. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Here's Kennard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. No good again that time.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Back to Richardson. Dallas again turning it over.
Perilous turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
A different look for Dallas. Nicolo Melli comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Maxi Kleber in for Willie Cauley-Stein.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Josh Richardson, and Trey Burke subbed in for Hardaway. Here's Rondo. To the paint. And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. Over to the wing. Rondo with a clean look, and the Clippers miss again.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
The pass to Marjanovic. Out left to the wing. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Kleba, and Kleba slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Now, here's Kennard. He's guarded closely. Rondo kicks to Kennard. Kleba with it. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Melly. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback. Now it's a 7-point Dallas lead.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Pass to Rondo over Burke. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Rondo's got his second bucket tonight. Brunson scanning the floor. 1:31 left in the first half. So the wing on the left. Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. A beautiful reverse layup. Marjanovic has got 4 this quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Pass to Man. Dishes it to Ibaka. The Mavericks pull it in. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Richardson comes in for Nicolo Melli. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. For Dallas, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in. Outside, George. Pass to Batum. Outside, George. 5 on the clock. Left side, Batum. It's rebounded by Doncic.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
And there's the pass to Kleba. Back to Doncic. Now Kleba. Zubac defending. Doncic against Morris. Shoots. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And Morris throws it down.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
And so it's Dallas heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The defensive work.
Thanks, Rick. What do you like about how your team is playing tonight?
Shot making was there. We're not turning it over.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams, but...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Boban Marjanovic, he's really playing well.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Outside, George. Jackson against Doncic. And Batum kicks to George. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And they continue to control the glass.
It's good. Morris has got 6 points.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Doncic against Jackson. And it's Doncic missing. Clippers trail by 7.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ. I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Redick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kennard's checked in. Dallas moving it around. Out to Doncic. Dallas no good that time either.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. Batum passes to Rondo. Hardaway against Kennard.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
It's to Porzingis. Now Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
Passes it to Kennard. Back to Rondo. Morris looking over the floor. Off target from three-point range.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Now, Doncic, 5 points in the game. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Richardson the pass to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
The Mavericks shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. 9-point game. Down low, Morris. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Richardson gets a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Richardson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Clippers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Morris finds Kennard. Kept alive. Here's Zubac. Back to Morris. Pass to Mann. To the wing right side. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Cauley Stein passes to Finney-Smith. Here's Brunson. Richardson kicks to Brunson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Feeds to Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
High post, Cauley Stein. Shoots over Zubac. Off target with the fadeaway.
That was the best he could do. Just fade a little bit, try and get a clean look, but the defense was right on him.
And so it's Dallas. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Brunson. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. The pass to Burke. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the feed to Cauley Stein. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Morris finds George. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
That's to Marjanovic. Dallas moving it around. And here is Doncic. Stolen by Zubac. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hardaway with it. Leonard picks him up. Hardaway, no good. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. Outside Leonard. Back to Jackson. On the wing, George. Covered by Redick. George passes to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein comes in for Marjanovic. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Cauley Stein in the post, defended by Batum. That one goes in.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Outside, Batum. Jackson against Doncic. Jackson dishes to Batum. Clock at 6. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Doncic passes. Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Batum finds Leonard. George with the ball. Covered by Redick. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Doncic outside. And Doncic throws it down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Jackson against Doncic. Jackson with the bounce pass. George passes to Batum over Cauley Stein. A shot by Batum, no good. they can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
It's Reddick on the wing. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. Back to Reddick. The dish to Cauley-Stein. Reddick against George. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Leonard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
50 seconds left in the game. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's foul number 2 for him. Mavericks making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. And Los Angeles with some changes. Doncic against Beverly. From past the arc. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Now here's Cousins. Man. Good D by Hardaway. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.